Men.
Chill out, asshole. My post wasn't even about you. It was about another asshole who does the same asshole shit you do.
You know, some of you lot are just downright rude. I mean, you ask me how I'm doing. You don't ask me how my other 23 personalities are doing. They deserve recognition as well, you know.
Just because you're not someone's flavor doesn't mean you don't taste delicious.
You're 19?
Yes.
You look older. That's not a compliment. I'm telling you, you look troubled and older than your years. Your father looks better.
When in doubt, get your body out. Hey, I said the body, not your bloody body. Keep your body to yourself, sexy bum. Try me loves.
Yeah, I have a question. I'm asking for a friend, but if you have a bump on your lips, how are you supposed to know if it's a pimple or the herpes?
Damn!
Well, that's easy. If you're a bedwench or an HOE, as in if you've slept with multiple men in the past week, it's probably an STD, like herpes. You know, the gift that keeps on giving? That's what you get for playing HOE games. Play stupid 304 games, win stupid prizes. If it's on the lip, it's herpes. Next to the lip, it's no worries. How about avoid all women with whatever anything on their lips just to be safe? Kiss someone and check back in with them a couple of days later. Double win. They get a kiss and you get a diagnosis. And this reminds me why you shouldn't be kissing these bedwenches, because they're sucking a lot of private parts. I honestly think in order to date a modern woman, you need an STD test from that very day along with a credit and background check. One kiss could be your last. 50 to 80% of American adults have HSV1. It's actually very common, but I'm now gonna say herpes. This is what a lot of 304s with STDs try to claim to normalize their condition and lower your standards. Do not fall for it, gents. Now, this channel is all about helping men wake up about the modern dating landscape and helping men improve themselves. That's why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. They've helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Seriously, I still don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve your confidence in all aspects of your life. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. They provide this instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Even the lunatic women on this channel could figure it out. I've been using this brand for about 4 months and it seriously works. But you don't have to take my word for it, because they have over 7,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the link in the description and you'll get your first box 40% off, plus a free gift. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. By the way, both gifts you're choosing from are of $20 value and complete game changers: a silicone body scrubber or a nail and face grooming kit. Personally, I prefer the silicone body scrubber because it's better than a washcloth, because washcloths are really abrasive and the silicone body scrubber can just gently exfoliate your pores. It also fits perfectly in the hand when you're scrubbing. I have one hanging in my shower, but you could choose whichever you want. So don't wait any longer. Click the first link in the description to start your skincare journey today.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
How are you supposed to know if it's a pimple or the herpes?
This is a very valid question, but let's talk about what distinguishes herpes or cold sores from pimples. Let's talk about symptoms. With herpes or cold sores, they have something called a prodrome. This is where you experience some symptoms like tingling or burning a few days leading up to the breakout, and the lesions themselves can be very painful. Whereas with acne, you won't experience anything before the breakout, and the lesions themselves may or may not really be that painful. Next is location. So herpes usually likes to occur on the lips. Sometimes it occurs outside the lips, but it does love the lip skin. Whereas with acne breakouts, you'll usually see it on skin outside the lips. But there are always exceptions too. Then there's appearance. So herpes usually occurs as blisters or tiny vesicles, usually in groups, and a lot of times they will pop and scab up. Whereas with pimples, normally they're pink bumps or pustules, not really blisters.
This is why you don't want to share drinks with 304s, because I think you can get it from that as well. Just another great reason why MGTOW is the safest choice.
Girls' night out. I want to know what you guys think about it. I'm going to share my opinion on this. This is going for some women, not all. Because I know some of you ladies are going to go fucking ape shit crazy and telling me, don't put all women in a box. We're not all like that. Okay, we get it, sweetie. You're an angel. Don't let the halo choke you on wherever you're coming from, okay? But some women, they will wear an outfit for the boyfriend, okay? Making believe this is what she's going to wear going out. It's not revealing, okay? She has everything covered. And then when she gets to her girl's house, you know what she's going to do? She's going to change into the fucking outfit that she's going to wear going out, bro. I'm talking about skimpy. I'm talking about slutty. She just don't want you to know about it, bro, okay? And this is how women work. They'll save that slutty outfit at their girlfriend's house. They'll change and thinking that you will never know, bro, okay? She's leaving in something classy. Oh, okay. Nothing's showing. Bro, I know some girls that have done this, not all. Okay, I had a consultation with the dude. You could tell his girl was cheating on him behind his back. Okay, she went out for a birthday weekend, 3 days with her girlfriends, didn't even invite her boyfriend that she claimed she loved. And I told him, what do you think she's doing out for those 3 weekends, bro? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You think she's being loyal to you? Okay, and just based off his situation, this girl wasn't good to him. She kept breaking up with him, coming back to him, and I told him, she's cheating on you, bro. She's breaking up with you so she can go cheat, and then she comes back to Mr. Dependable, Mr. Comfort, Mr. Pendejo, which is you, bro, okay? You're the comfort zone, because she knows she could walk all over you, she can have you whenever she wants, she can have all these girls' night out. I have no problem with a girls' night out, because a woman knows if she violates me, we're fucking done. Okay, and I will find out. I ain't a fucking cuck. I ain't stupid like most of these other beta males, okay, who think that their girls are fucking sweet little angels, which most of them aren't, okay? If a woman respects you, she will be loyal to you. She ain't gonna violate you, bro, okay? But this man that I did a consultation with, she wasn't loyal to him. She was playing fucking possum with him, okay? And I could tell she was doing shady shit behind his back. And not only that, she downplayed his aspiration of joining the military, and she made him stay with her and told him, oh, you're not doing that. Oh, you're not fucking joining the military. If any girl tries downplaying or talking shit about your goals and aspiration as a man, you fucking leave her, bro. That ain't a good quality woman. Because a good quality woman will support you in whatever you're doing within legal rights, okay? That is a good quality woman. She'll be there. She'll support you. She'll help you any way possible to make it to where you have to go in life, bro.
And this is why if she goes out with her friends while being in a relationship with you, you end the relationship, because the deceptive thought sees you as a placeholder or a backup plan while she tries to attract higher value men, because the so-called sisterhood will cover for each other. And it doesn't have to be going out to clubs or girls' nights out. Let's say she wants to spend time with her friends at their house. That's a cover for girls' night out or something else, and their friend will cover for them if you call and check up. If quality women spend time with their friends, they'd invite you to a barbecue with their friends, which will include their significant others. Because most importantly, quality women aren't friends with single women. And as he said, that female that was using the guy as her backup plan made sure she kept in her orbit by downplaying his dreams for the military. Now, why any sane man would want to fight and die for this gynocentric dictatorship is beyond me, but that's a different video. The bottom line is that she's either with you or not when it comes to the relationship. There is no middle ground. If she's not 100% with you, she's for fun, or you go MGTOW. End of story. No constant breaking up, because that's technically to sleep around, as technically she's not cheating on you, and then she comes back to you for the safety of a relationship. If she wants to come back to you, she then is qualified for the soft guy era, which means from day one, she needs to pull out her wallet and start paying for you. That'll let you know if she really wants you or is just using you. Make her pay until you find someone better and dump that bedwench. Top comment says, no girls night out at clubs while in a relationship with me. Want to dance with friends? Sign up to dancing class. Not even that. If she wants dance classes, it's with you or with some other man, because there will be someone there that can pique her interest, including the dancing instructor. Or she and her friend will use dancing as a cover to do HOE activities. A great comment. Girls' night out. For sale sign is in the yard. If a better deal bids, she's gone. Exactly. Except usually it's getting banged out in the bathroom stall or in the back parking lot by these players and coming back home to kiss you, after giving a bad boy a BJ an hour before. The top tier men at the clubs know these bedwenches are for fun only. They'd never be dumb enough to get in an LTR with them. If in a relationship, then hell no if she's going to a club. If she's going out for dinner or something with the girls, then sure. Even dinner or other activities with her girlfriends will put your relationship at risk. Because let's just say it is a dinner at some fancy restaurant without you, and she sees a high value man there at the bar. That's her type or dream guy. Do you think this modern woman is going to respect your relationship and ignore him? Or do you think she's going to at least try to flirt with him? You're not there to stop her, and it's her shot to win the lottery. You do the math. Don't be a sucker, because someone else is putting mileage on her when she comes back and says, "I miss you, honey."
30% of the males who get DNA tested annually, according to the American Association of Blood Banks, which is the accrediting body for the DNA labs. This is over 44 DNA labs throughout the United States. They are testing close to 500,000 men per year, and over 30% of them have been confirmed that he didn't do it. 0.0% paternity. But sadly, because this primarily affects men and boys, there's been attempts to try to discredit me. The problem is not the men who got tested. The problem is laws that subscribe to the Me Too movement. They say, believe all women. Cornell Smith says, believe all evidence.
And that's why you don't allow her to go to girls' nights out when she's in a committed relationship with you, because there's a high probability she'll have a kid from someone else and cuck you. Kingdoms fall when the kids aren't the kings. That's why if you really want a family, you need to go overseas and demand no hymen and no diamond. Otherwise, use condoms and even make sure she takes the birth control pill right in front of you before you have sex. Like, bring your own so she can't claim she ran out or forgot hers. Because once you sign that birth certificate, it's extremely hard to get out of the child support when it's proven that the kid isn't yours. These anti-family courts are there to rob you because the judge needs a third vacation home. So at the very least, they'll drag their feet. Meanwhile, you're losing more money paying for a lawyer to file paperwork to stop the payment process. And if you've been paying long enough, these anti-family courts will use the excuse to rob you by claiming that the kid is used to a living standard and it shouldn't be lowered. Top comment says, in France, it's illegal to seek out a DNA test. I wonder why. France is the most feminist and cucked country in the West, and maybe in the whole world. That's the wrong country to be a passport bro in, to find yourself a wife. It's just as feminist as the UK or the States. That's where the fashion shows of men wearing dresses originated from. Most of their tall, masculine men died in World War I, a pointless war that killed many men for no reason of many countries in Europe, including America. And back in the day, it was mostly the tall men who were drafted into the military. Imagine sitting in a muddy foxhole with no food and water for a couple of days, hoping you don't get shelled or bombed on because you are a sitting duck, then being ordered to climb out and run towards the gunfire. That's World War I in a nutshell. And if you don't go, you'll get shot by your officer. That's what happened to the real men of France.
My wife drained our savings and abandoned me 2 months ago to find herself. My 50M wife Mary, 48F, has a family with a history of dementia, developing memory issues in their mid to late 50s. Her mom, grandmother, and several other relatives on her mom's side have developed dementia. Her dad is no longer in the picture, and her mom lived with us for 4 years until earlier this year. Our kids are independent and out of the house, with the oldest in her last semester of college and the younger one enlisted. The last 4 years were really tough on us and our marriage. Living with someone with dementia is absolutely brutal. We had talked a lot last year about using the remaining college funds, our regular savings, selling or renting the house, quitting our jobs, and traveling for a year or until the money ran out. We just had to wait for her mom to move into a home. I understood her anxiety about developing dementia, and I was burned out. Living through COVID, working remotely, having a wife working remotely, a college and high school student taking remote classes, and a mother-in-law with dementia, try that and see how well you hold up. Space finally opened up, and we were able to move her mom into a care facility. I finally thought I had a chance to breathe. When we moved Mary's mom out, Mary's mental health took a huge downward spiral. I went from caring for her mom to caring for her. She felt guilty about putting her mom in a home and had lots of anxiety about developing dementia. Our plan was to start our travels in the summer of 2024. 2 months ago, I got home, and she had left a note. Basically, she was going on our trip without me. She had quit her job, taken most of the savings, and wasn't sure when she'd be back, maybe a year, maybe sooner. She said she knew I'd understand. Her location is turned off, and my calls go directly to voicemail. All I could do was text the kids a picture of the note. We have our own checking accounts for direct deposits of our paychecks, but we'd transfer most into a joint account to pay the household bills and savings. We both had access to the main savings account, and she had drained it. I waited a month to see if she'd come back, hopefully before she spent our savings. After receiving only one text in the first month, I went to a lawyer. She basically said there was very little to do right now, other than change the beneficiaries of my retirement accounts and life insurance. Hooray, I guess. My wife gets nothing else if I pass away alone while she's having our adventures. It was only a month, and there was no way to serve her papers. My lawyer advised me to keep paying the mortgage and the cars. The cost of trying to get a judge to approve the sale of joint assets was more than making payments. I didn't want to ruin my credit by letting one of our cars get repossessed, but I can't sell it because she's on the title. I get random texts, and she sporadically posts on Instagram. Of course, she has comments turned off. I want to block her so badly, but my lawyer advised me that it's better to maintain a communication channel that's not through our kids. Her last post was from Hawaii. She put in the comments how great a husband I was for letting her take this trip. I'm barely making it, paying 2 cars, a mortgage, household bills, insurance, hoping there are no emergencies because I have no savings, and she's enjoying our trip alone. I'm so pissed at her. I helped take care of her mom for 4 years, and when she fell apart after her mom moved into a memory care home, she returned the favor by abandoning me. I'll never get to take this trip and have to put off retirement. My only solace is that the kids are angry at her, but they'll probably forgive her eventually. I'm no fool, I know she's hooking up with guys. She looks good and she'll have zero problems getting men. I texted her and asked if she was sleeping around, and it took her an entire week to respond that she wasn't. So, I'm drinking alone on a Friday night, and she's somewhere, probably on a beach, enjoying life. I hate her. Update 1. An update from my original post. I'm feeling much more positive now that the financial situation has become a little more manageable. Basically, I'm running up debt that will get paid off when I sell the house. Even with lawyer fees, I have 6 to 8 more months before I have to worry about money, assuming there are no emergencies. My friend's wife gave me some good advice. Don't go from being a hero to a villain in your kids' eyes. How I talk about and treat my wife will determine my future relationship with my kids. I don't give a damn about my wife, but I don't want to make her a sympathetic figure or drive them away from both of us. I followed up with a lawyer. Basically, she said we're going to have her pay back the savings she took through a reduction in her share of the assets. Any division of assets will include the savings she took. She'll also have to repay the money I spent maintaining the household while she was gone. There is plenty of equity in her share of the house and her retirement plans to cover that. She said that our finances are so intertwined after nearly 25 years of marriage, my wife is going to get some share of the assets. The best case is she agrees to the terms of the divorce, and it's relatively cheap and quick. Otherwise, it gets complicated and expensive. She gave me a lot of options and how much I can expect to spend, so I decided to just mostly wait. Now that my financial situation is less stressful, I'm actually enjoying her being gone. I'm free to do whatever I want, whenever I want. I don't have to cook or clean or take care of anyone. The house is quiet for the first time I can remember. I loved my wife, but her mental health weighed down our marriage. The first month or so, I expected her to be there whenever I'd get home. When someone was at the door or if I heard noises, I'd think it was her. I'd check the doorbell cam obsessively. I'm not looking forward to her returning. It has to happen, but when she comes back, I'll have to deal with her, the divorce, getting the house ready to sell, dividing all our stuff, finding a new place to live. I'm hoping she'll stay away until after New Year's, but my daughter said she thinks her mom will be home for Christmas. My lawyer will have papers ready to serve her. Hopefully, she'll just agree to the terms and continue her travels. Update 2. My wife texted me in the middle of December that she would be home for Christmas. I told her that our daughter and I would be at my brother's, and she obviously wasn't welcome. I'd leave her car in the driveway and the fob in the backyard. She wasn't allowed in the house unless I was there, as she didn't have keys to get in, so she had to spend Christmas with her sister. When we got back, I met with her. I decided not to be overly confrontational because I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of thinking I cared enough to be mad. She was taken aback by how detached I was, and I could tell it bothered her that I didn't show her much emotion, not even anger. I just wanted her to agree to a divorce. This is a summary of several different meetings, both with and without our daughter, who hasn't wanted to meet with her mom alone yet. I asked why she left without telling anyone. She said she didn't want to wait a year. She didn't want anyone talking her out of it, and she didn't want to work anymore. She wanted to leave before her mental health got worse. I'm sure it was mostly because she didn't want me to stop her from taking the money, and she knew I would take care of everything with the kids and the house when she left. We had decided to go in the summer of 2024 for a few reasons. Packing everything and getting the house ready to sell was going to be a lot of work. We wanted to make sure our daughter graduated college, got a job, and was settled, and we wanted to make sure we had money when we got back. We wouldn't have a house, cars, or jobs, so we needed money because it could take months to find work and a place to live. We didn't want to have any worries or deal with a mess back home. At some point in our planning, she began questioning, to herself, not me, if she ever wanted to go back to our old life. She didn't want to work full-time or buy a house and stay in one place after we got back. She wasn't sure what she wanted, but she didn't think she would figure it out by talking to me. I told her that's the reason we were taking the trip, to figure those things out together, to see what we wanted for the next part of our life. I asked her why she didn't just get a divorce before she left, because then, she wouldn't have had to do this behind our backs, and she would have had plenty of money without stealing our joint savings. She claims that she didn't want a divorce, she wanted us to live whatever life she figured out. I told her that's not how marriages work, one person deciding for the other. In talking and texting with our daughter, her family, my texts, and voicemails, she realized I might not forgive her, which she was right about. So, therefore, she might have to visualize a future without me. This is where I had hoped she would say some stupid crap like she was going to squander all her money living in a van and make travel vlogs, or she met some guy that she needed to wire money to so they could open an ice cream shop in Alaska. Instead, she wants to be a digital nomad, working part-time fully remote and living in new places. She tried to convince me to go with her, but I'll never be able to trust her, plus I don't love her anymore. Traveling like that for a few years doesn't sound bad, but she doesn't have a job or any work lined up. She's not in her 20s, and that way of living will get old quick. No close friends, no family. I want her to make it work so she won't be here trying to get back into our lives. How are the kids doing? Our son wouldn't have seen us the entire time she was gone anyway. He only responds to her with very short texts. He told me she wanted to see him, but he said he was too busy and wouldn't be able to get away. He lives in the barracks, so it's an easy excuse to avoid her. My daughter stopped talking and texting her. She's pretty upset. Her worry turned to anger when she realized her mom wasn't having a mental breakdown but was just being selfish. If her mom was sticking around, they could probably work through it eventually. I just care that my daughter is happy, so whatever she decides, I'll support. Did she spend all the money? She spent around half. I think she realized she needed to figure it out before she completely ran out of money. Did she sleep with anyone? I didn't ask because I didn't care. Asking would imply I wanted her back or it would matter. Even though I didn't ask, she claims she didn't. I'm not sure if she's lying or not. She might just be saying that because she doesn't want the kids to have another reason to be mad at her. Does she feel bad for what she put us through? She claims she does, and she wishes she had handled it differently. She said getting away and figuring herself out was best for her. And to that, I told her she was just being selfish. When she first left, we were worried something would happen to her and we would never see her again. She's always been self-centered. I told her she's taking the easy route and letting everyone else handle the difficult parts. If she gets sick, kids will take care of her. Goes broke? Live with family. Abandon everyone? They'll forgive her. She thinks her siblings and our children will let her live with them like we let her mom live with us. I'm sure when she visualizes her future, she sees our kids there. They might not be and definitely not in the same way they were before. Despite how it might sound, I'm actually really happy with how it all turned out. Our divorce is far from final, but we've agreed on the big things. We'll sell the house, how to split the retirement and profit from the house, how to pay back the money she took, and what I spent maintaining the household. I got most of what I wanted from the settlement, and she'll soon be mostly out of my life. I won't have to pay alimony, and because she's choosing to make significantly less money than she was, I won't be forced to support her. That would have been a kick to the teeth. She isn't my responsibility anymore, and I won't have to care for her if she does get sick or goes broke. So, I figured I'd start dating again. I didn't realize a 50-year-old man with children out of the house, a good job, and in decent shape would be a catch. I'm not fighting women off with a stick, but I've had a lot more interest than I expected. It's been kind of nice meeting new people. I've worked out the numbers, and I'll be doing pretty well after everything is settled, and I only have to support myself. Not where I wanted to be, 50, getting divorced, and using Reddit as free therapy sessions, but I'm happier now than I've been in a while. I'm even planning a little vacation of my own. Thank you everyone that has responded and reached out, it really meant a lot.
That's why you should never commit to a woman whose mother has mental health problems like dementia, because that's going to be her in the future. And she'll use that as an excuse to cheat like you saw here. And never share your account. Matter of fact, your assets should be in a trust to protect yourself at all times. And this guy was super lucky to come out of the divorce with a fair ruling from the anti-family court. But don't be this naive and think you'll get justice. This was just a miracle. Just another reason why men are going MGTOW and will never get married in the West. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.